Hi everyone. I just thought I would focus straight onto the card, and I'm finishing my cup of tea. Hi Laura. I was a little bit late home because of the weather and the traffic was really busy. So I've not there's Lisa. Hi Lisa. I've still got my cup of tea. And it's nice, look, a nice big one. Hi Shirley. Brilliant. I don't know why I started it this way because I'm having to stand up. And my back's hurting me. Do you know what? I'm just going to flip you. Just so that we can say hi. That's better. There's Donna. Hi, Donna. Oh, I am going to finish my cup of tea, though, because it's a big one. And it's, I need it. I need it today. Yes, Yvonne, it's wet here too. When Paul left to pick me up, the sun was shining, and then the heavens just opened. It's horrible. And it was like when we were driving home, we came over the hill and it was just like a smog. You just couldn't see in front of you. Horrible. So what better thing to do than craft? Yeah. So today is about mixing my collections together, because I love my little Christmas collection. Well, I love last year's too, and I love the way that they work together. And I looked at this little duo flip flap and I thought, that is screaming out to have Christmas on it. And I know it's going to be back to front, but I just love that you can put all the little elements in there. But can you spot in the background, we've got that fabulous big A5 stamp just dotted in the background, and it goes, so it doesn't have to, it can work for Christmas, anything you like. And I've done that in browns because I made the card base on the craft card. So I've thought that I'm going to use a different colour. I don't know what colour, but I'm sure I'll know which colour it is when I see it. Oh, I've had a think. Oh, yes. Okay, so whilst just going to get one, I'm thinking a bit of speckled egg. That's calling to me. Shall I go for more than one colour? Maybe. Let's go for a bit of, I'm going to bring Salvage Patina and Weathered Wood. And I was going to say Ice Spruce, but I can't see it. That'll teach me. Maybe it's in here. It is. I've already got Ice Spruce. Okay, so let's just have a little look at them. Oh, I've got to flip this. Look at that, you just got the top of my head. Let's flip you around now. I've said hi. So, get that right. We have got speckled egg, weathered wood, and salvage patina. I'm going to have a look at Ice Spruce. No, taking that out. I just like the look of them colours. Whether I use them all or not is a completely different matter. But I've got them there ready. Okay. So, first up, I think I might have to lift you up a little bit. There we go. Now, Paul should be on, so he'll be helping out if there's any questions. For those of you that don't know, we have had our deliveries in now, so all of the Nature's Dream is in stock and available on the website. I know a couple of the stamps are hanging on by a thread, but we have already reordered those, so come Monday they should be in and replenished. let's start off with some black card. I'm going to cut the base out of black. Now what I would do to start off with, this is the die set, much larger on the desktop than on the iPhone. Oh, I bet you saw a real good view of my grey hair then, Jackie. Okay, so for the square duo flip card, you've got two of these larger squares. Now, the largest one, we're going to need one of those for the base. And then we'll also need one of those for the front. But when we do the front, we're going to need the smaller of the inner two. So the largest and the smallest. And then these ones are for the mat and layer. Okay, so we'll just keep it simple. We'll do a little bit at a time. And I'm just going to move my folder over because it's a big chunky thing. Now, so onto my magnetic shim, I am going to put that down first, and I'm going to cut myself a backing. I've just slightly gone on the wonk because I don't want it to snap. And also, because they're quite open, just let it fall down and find its position. Okay, so we'll cut that one first. And I haven't prepped, I haven't got lots cut because I thought it was really important that we did it from scratch so that you could see the whole thing being made. And it gives me a chance to have a swig of tea in between each one. Okay. So that's going to be the base of our card. And now I'm going to drop this one in. Now, I have done it by eye before, just thought, yeah, that looks in the centre. But to safeguard yourself, if you get this part of the die, these are little tabs and they are the same thickness as the frame. So if you lay that over, you can see if that's going to be in the right place. And actually, I think it is. So I know that that's in the right place. So flip the die over and just double check on the other side. And that is too. So I'm happy with its positioning. So I'm going to pop that piece of card on there and cut the front. I've gone out. Okay. So that will be the same outside edge. Okay. So then I'll keep that square because that'll be perfect for another project. I can take these both out of the way and we'll bring in the mechanism. So I need to cut two of those. So I'm just going to pop another bit of card on and cut that. Now, when you look at this, these square tabs, they will go to the left, and these angled ones, can you see the score marks? I always fold down first and then flip back. So fold down first and flip back. So these will anchor down onto the card, and these will come back. They'll get glued, and they'll be what sticks onto the frame. Okay, so we need to, have you got the magnetic glass mats? Yes, Yvonne, we have got them. Now I'm just wondering if Paul's put them on. I always get really worried, and he does too, about posting glass mats. and I'm not sure if he's got them on the internet yet or not. I will, hopefully he's watching and he will answer you rather than me bellowing down the stairs. Put it to work. Paul? I don't think he can hear me. I asked him to watch me. Ah, there we go. We'll be online tomorrow morning. There you go. It has been rather manic. The last thing, like obviously with the delivery coming yesterday and trying to get all of the deliveries out before we came home, it was just a bit crazy. And then I've given him the day off today, so I've been really busy in the shop today. Excuses. Okay, so let's make sure I get the right score line. There we go. So we've got our 2 panels. Now we need to start cutting the layers. So there is a die. Just got it out, didn't I? This die here, we'll cut those. So I'm going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to show you a little trick about this piece in the back. So I wonder if I can borrow Paul to help me. He'll probably say no. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use my little machine because it will be quicker than me waiting for it to go through. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of white card. Just getting everything ready. So 1, 2. I mean, if I really wanted to cheat, I'm going to cheat. I know what the measurement is. Don't tell anyone, will you? Right, so they're to size. That's just going to save me die cutting those. Literally. Sorry, day off. What's your day off? Oh, no, well, I've sorted it now. I don't need you, Paul. Right. I might as well cut these 2 and just save me from die cutting it. But you've got the die there, so they absolutely will all be the same size. And this is the thing, when you're using a trimmer or a guillotine, as hard as you try to get them all the same, sometimes they don't quite all end up the same. Like this one's a little bit wonky, I can see it. But again, I won't tell anyone if you won't. Right, so I've got my 4 pieces. That's that I've die cut with those. Shh. Right, so I can move that out of the way, then I don't need Paul. Now, what we want to do is get the other 2 dies. So these were the 2 that I used for the front. We're going to get those 2 pieces. And we're going to start off with cutting just one of the larger squares. So onto there. So this mat and layer, it could be out of anything. If you were using pattern papers, if you're going to use like a white cardstock and you're going to stamp it up yourself, maybe you're using glitter card, mirror board, anything. You would always do these steps because it will be, I think this is the easiest way to do it. So once you've got that piece, you bring this back in, get that lined up like so, perfect border, flip it over, and then with a pencil or a black, anything that works, fine liner pen, just draw the square. So when you take that away, you've got that equal square on there. And then this die will be a little bit bigger. And all you've got to do is eye that up and get some tape, if I can get hold of it. Now it does pay off just to take a little bit of time and make sure you get it. Okay, we've got that stuck in place. Now I can pop that onto my mat. So if I take that off, this will fit onto here, giving you that lovely border. And I'm going to take this square away. I'm just going to put this one in so that you can see. Then you go for the smaller square, and we want to cut. In fact, if we just do that and put that face down, it doesn't matter so long as it's covered. I'm cutting the smaller square from it because this is the cheap piece that I did for the backing. All will become clear. I'm trying to do it simply so I don't confuse, but I obviously want to give you top tips as well. Perfect. Right, so I've got that. That's all the cutting done. Pop our dies back on our storage. Oh, I'm sitting down now. Oh, it's a long way. So, obviously I won't stick this on until I've stamped it, but just have a little look around. If I put it on there, you'll be able to see the borders, depending on which way round I popped it on there. So that's that border. Now let's anchor these on, and then I can show you this magic bit. So simply on the reverse of here, just pop your glue. Okay. And you just want to get that lined up in the corner and in the corner. Just make sure that you're flush. Oh, every time I touch it, it slides. Yeah, that's flush. And then the second piece, exactly the same. But what you want to look out for this time, move those tabs out the way and just butt that up to here. You don't want to under, but just butt him up. And you'll notice that when you glance onto this side, you've got like an equal border to that side. So once that's in place, you've got those 4 tabs that go over to left. Okay. Now, this piece, it's easier to show you while it's like this. Look, that will just slide in there, butt up to there, and then you've got that perfect border all the way round that will match the frame. You see, so you can decorate that with a scene, slip it in and stick it, and then we can stick those bits on. So we've got that to decorate. Now, that's one option. These are a perfect mat and layer for here, but you can also be a perfect matting layer for there. So you might want to put 2 smaller scenes on, entirely up to you. So this will fit on here, it will fit on the reverse, and it will fit on the front. So they are the bits that we need to decorate. I'm not going to stick that on just yet because it's easier to stick everything on whilst the lid isn't on, so to speak. So we'll just place that to one side. Now there's a fabulous stamp that I want to take from Nature's Dream. I'm going to take my big A5. This one is called Behind the Scenes. And then we can start to decorate. And I'm being quite tidy, which is really good. So to decorate, I'm going to use my Essentially Christmas. So I've got lots of different, lots of small elements in here, but you can see how you can cross match over the collections. And that's what was really important to me. I wanted that to be a thing. Now on my first sample, I used the trees and the stag there, but on this one, I'm going to do it slightly different, and I'm going to use the more contemporary trees on this one. I'm still probably going to use the stags. And then these are from the year before. We've got a few of these left if you haven't managed to get any of these yet. We've also got, obviously, the newer one. These ones have gone now, I think. Yeah, and that one's gone. So, let's concentrate. Where's them inks? I'm thinking a bit of speckled egg. A speckled egg blend. Didn't bring me brushes over. Okay. So we're just going to add a little bit of colour first, just to start us off. And then, nearly forgot a step then. I'm going to use this one, so I'm going to turn it over. Oh, I can't. I'm going to carry on. So I'm just going to add a few clouds in, being careful not to get the coffee rings on there. And then also trying to get different bits in, rather than a repeat of the same few clouds all the way down. I don't want one at the bottom, that's fine. Okay, and then I can continue. Oh, why have I got dirty fingers? Because they're always dirty. I've been doing more inking today. So, we've set the scene. Let's get our stag. You see now, this one, I'm just going to have a little look at some of the... So this is weathered wood. This one is speckled egg. And that one's salvage patina. So I'm going to go with a little bit of weathered wood onto my behind the scenes stamp. And I just want a little bit of detail in the background. I can never tell which way up this is. I'm going to go that way. So I'm just going to drop down, but just touch here and there. Whoa, that is darker, isn't it? Yep, I like it though. I do like it. So So I'm going to change, I might be changing my mind what I'm putting on this one. I think I am going to be changing my mind because I've almost covered my clouds. Never mind. Never mind. So I'm going to take my large tree and I'm going to actually stamp these in black. So I'm going to go 1 and then drop it slightly to give it a second gen. And then I'm going to come down a little bit lower on that side with a second gen there. I'm going to be very good and clean up as I go. I know, just not me, is it? Now this is the piece that's being slotted in behind, so I'm gonna just slightly there. Okay, so I've got, realistically, I've got 2 portions. And then my little stag, again, he needs to be black. And that's why I've got the second generation, so that this little stag's going to stand out a little bit. Like so. And then we are going to have some snowflakes. And this time I'm going to go in for some salvage patina. They're going to be subtle, but they're going to be there. There. Okay. Can you see that? Yep. Now we've got that little branch that we could put some branches down, but I think this is quite busy at the minute because I did my background a little bit darker than I wanted to, but honestly it's not going to make that much difference, I don't think. Let's keep that snowflake out because I want to use that again. Maybe some of them little stars. I've got another little block. That's it. Okay, I'm happy with that. I was going to put the branches on, but no, I'm going to keep them off that bit. Right then. I'm going to slip that, and actually to brighten it up a little bit, I am going to just pop a little bit of salvage patina around the outside. Just be careful that your black ink is dry before you do that. That's better. Okay. Bit of a tidy. And we'll get that back piece. Oh, I know what I've forgotten to bring home. Perfect. So we've got on that side, we've got the 2 trees and the deer, and then the 3. Yeah, that works. Perfect. So let's do the frame this time. Actually, there might be one more thing that I want to stick on there, and I hope I can still do it. In Nature's Dream, on Nature's Flight, we've got the little rings. And I'm thinking, I just wanted to tie that in a little bit. I think I can do it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I'll keep that out because we're going to do it on this outside piece. So this is going to be the frame. I'm thinking that I'll have to go that way around. Yep. So I'm just going to add, I'm going to stick for the salvaged patina on this, just add a little bit of colour. Hasn't got to be perfect because again we're going to stamp over and add a few little bits on. This, again, this would look nice. If you wanted to add a bit of sparkle, you could do it out of glitter card. But we like stamping. Now bring that stamp back in. Before I'm just going to try this down and see what happens because it might still have the ink on it, which it has, and I'm just getting portions. Yeah, that's going to work perfect. And this is what I love about it because you can just keep filling in. So let's get that. This time I'm going to be very good. Oh no, I won't. I'm not going to clean it yet because I'll be coming back for it. Okay, so can have some little rings on there. We could have some of these branches on there, but I'm going to have a look and see what they look like in salvage patina because it was stamped darker than it blends. Okay, you can see it but not a lot, so I'll be putting some more bits on there. It needs to be black. I'm just going to change my mind. So sort of like first, second, third generation. There we go. So we've got a little bit of branches going on. Just tidy up. But we would definitely be able to fit some bits of snowflake on. If you, I don't know how you stop that. Okay, and then we'll just have a little bit of some stars in that corner there, and maybe just there. Okay, are we all still okay? Hi, Julie. It doesn't matter that you're late. I'll let you off. Well, it's a good thing because you can always re-watch anyway and it'll be in the group. So I know that people are probably still at work, but for me, because I've got a lot on this weekend, I thought I needed to do an earlier one rather than a tonight one. Okay, so I've got my little frame done. And now I'm going to layer that onto this piece. I'm going to have a look and make sure. Hey, if you haven't got it completely straight, don't beat yourself up. You know, it's just perfect. Okay. So now, you see, I can't wait now. I want to stick it on now. No, do the panels, Hazel. Be good. Okay. So I've got my panels. I've got 4. I'm going to put them together and I'm going to put those 2 together like so. and then going to bring in my stamp. Did you see me hovering then? I was poising because I was like, shall I, shan't I? What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stamp down on here first, just so that it's not too, do you see how dark that is? Because I want it on there, but I don't want it to be right on there. Like that. And like that. You see, that's perfect. Clean up that area. And now I can create a couple of little scenes. So keep them ones for the front. We'll have them ones for the back. We'll do the front ones first. So we've got a lovely, I've got a choice of 3 sentiments. I could, okay, no, I'm umming. Sorry. We'll have Happy Christmas on this one. What I was going to do, but it would have meant that I had to delve into a box. I was going to go and get my Julie Hickey Circles die set to cut a disc to stamp this in the disc and use Philippa's little, because, and it would look beautiful. But I am just going to go with the sentiment and some trees on it. So we're going to have Happy Christmas on this one. We're going to have some, it's really raining, I can hear it hammering down. I want, you see now, just because we've got those other trees in the background, you could mix and match, and we could have these little trees on here if we wanted to. Because I've given you 1, 2, 3 different sorts, 4 different sorts of trees, so that you've got a good choice. You've got some little trees, and then you can just use your fine liner just to make sure that that's at the edge. We'll have some salvage patina around the outside. Be careful of the black because it won't be dry. Like so. Then we'll need a little snowflake to match, because all I'm doing is using the bits that I've used on the other bits. That just doesn't make sense, does it? But you know what I mean. So we might want a little snowflake in there, one up there. But then we might want some of those little stars in black up there too. Okay, so that's one side. Oh, I think we might want some rings. But this time, I'm going to have a look and see what they look like in salvaged patina. No, I don't want to. I want to have a look what they look like in weathered wood. Yeah, I like that. It's soft. It's got that grey tone on it. Okay, so I've got one panel. Then, was it this one? Can't remember. It don't really matter, does it? Let's get that big stag out, because he's in control, this one. He's going to go there. And I do want some trees in the background. Or shall I have... So I'm just deciding. I might have some of these. I'm trying to make each one a little bit different, if I'm honest with you. I'm just going to pop some boughs on. Yeah. Just wondering. A little bit of bowing at the bottom. Lots of little taps. When you do the stag and you're stamping him with a block, make sure he's all glossy and then you'll get a perfect print. Beautiful and crisp. And then a snowflake. And a little star. Maybe in amongst the boughs. So just slide this down and look what it's looking like next to it. The little rings, and we decided weathered wood on these. You see, I think they need to be black or have some black ones on there, just because the boughs, I just have a few there. That's it. Does it match that one now? So now I've just got to mix in a few black. I had to do it to balance it out because otherwise it wouldn't match. Okay. A bit of tissue. And then the only thing that I've got to do here is just ink that around the same. It's a weird time of year, isn't it? Because a lot of us are thinking, oh, I've got to really start my Christmas. And then some people that might have done all of their Christmas and they're just wanting a breather and they want to do every day. So it's like, which direction do we go in? So it depends. I think that has to go that way because of the bow. I'm going to stick it on. I'm going to commit. Didn't put lid on me glue. So just pop that on. I think these card bases are fun to make, and I think you'll find they'll go with lots and lots of different things in your stash that maybe you haven't used for a while and you think, oh, I just really never known what to use them with. Because you've got a smaller area to decorate. I mean, I don't have to decorate those if I don't want to. I absolutely am going to, but the choice is yours. There's no rules. And what I should have done is made it in the same colour as that other one, and then I could have showed you how to join them. I'm going to keep these a bit plainer because... Oh, and also, if you want to add an area to write, the square, you can just cut a square and pop it on the back, and that would be perfect. Do you know what? I'm not actually going to put much on those. I'm going to concentrate on the rings. We'll just have a few rings. Yeah, go on then. Trying to put them in different places. And the more you think about it, the harder it is. Okay, we'll go there. Then we're going to have some snowflakes. Like so. Maybe one there. And then we will go to, and I bet I've put it back away again, our little stars. Now, I could pop those, I quite like those, in and amongst the little circles. They look quite cool. And I can't put any more than 2 on there. That is that. Right, let's stick these on. I think I'm happy with that as it is. I'm just going to put my little rings my trio of rings in. Now, I could also use this little bit of grid and add some grid on there if I wanted to. I'm not going to, but I've just spotted it and thought, actually, that would have gone quite nicely. So, clean this one up. And bring this in. And this is what I mean about if my top was on, it restricts this. So it's hard being patient, I know, because you just want to stick it together and have a flip and a flap. But there we go. That just finishes that off there. Now is the time. So fold those 4 little tabs back to the left. Grab your glue and put glue on all 4 of them. And then get your frame, make sure you've got it up the right way. Put it down on the right and line it up. And then when you flip it down, make sure that's it. And then just keep your fingers on them 4 tabs and just try and be patient with them. If I try and skim that, you've frozen for me. I fiddled with it, but to no avail. Oh, are we okay with everybody else? I'm hoping so, because it's the big reveal now. Can I have some? Oh, perfect. We're all right. So, make sure that... Oh, I just love these colours. Now, one thing I didn't do, which I really should, I just want to do a few little flicky bits, because I like doing flicky bits. I think it just adds to the atmosphere. Now I can clean that up. Before, I'm doing this to make it so that I haven't flipped and flapped it. I'm trying to be patient. So before you flip and flap, make sure that this piece, you watch it, not do it now, is through the aperture. So pull it up. Look at that. So pull it right back, squeeze down, and then push it back over. And then you have got that perfect. Do you know what? I think it has probably got something to do with the weather. It is awful here. And maybe it's just playing up with our internet. But I hope it's okay. I'm sure when it's played back, it should be okay. But just being able to pick up those elements. And who would have thought about adding in the background textures, the behind the scenes from Nature's Dream? I just think it matches the Christmas brilliantly. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to bring this one in. So this is more your rustic, your crafty one. And then this one is your salvage patina, weathered wood and speckled egg I used with the black VersaFine. So I am going to do fab cards, so pleased I bought the die. Brilliant, thank you, Jackie. I am 100% going to do another live using the trio flip, and I'm going to do a series of them, and every time I've done one I will pin it up to the top of the page, and yeah, make sure that we've got like a whole catalogue of them. So thank you so much for joining me, and enjoy the rest of this horrible wet rainy day. I am on telly tomorrow at 5 and 8. Shall I turn you around? Yeah, 5 and 8 with Memory Box. It's a sales show, and you know what the sales shows are like. Crazy prices. I did manage to see a couple of prices, and it was like £12.97 for a big bundle of stuff. So it's 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock if you're Memory Box fans. But then if you join me on Sunday at 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock, it is the launch of my storage, the storage pads. So to put your distress inks in, or your drawers for your pens or your little thingamajigs. I know a lot of you have probably already booked on and done my workshop, and that is fabulous, and I thank you for that. What I wanted to do is just make it more available wider, because some people don't do Facebook, and I wanted to simplify it a little bit so that it is just simply pop it out the book, stick it together. You haven't got to score, you haven't got to cut. I enjoy doing that part of it, but others, you know, they don't like that part. But I just wanted it to be available for everybody, everybody's needs, so to speak. So yeah, that's my busy weekend. So I will, hopefully you'll catch some of the shows, and keep your eyes peeled for the next live using Nature's Dream and whatever else I put my hands on. So thank you so much. Take care. Speak to you soon.